In this video, we will look at the steps to import a KM into the repository for BMC Helix Operations Management OnPrem. I have a BHOM 24.2 OnPrem deployment and I'm on the controller node with access to the cluster. I've created a temp directory, and in that directory I've copied the custom KM which has been packaged using the PCIG utility, so it's in the required format, and I've also copied the single solution import template file. The first step is to copy the custom KM inside the deployment repository service pod. Execute kubectl-n namespace get pods pipe grep deployment. We can see this is the deployment repository service pod that is running. Execute the copy command kubectl-n namespace cp km file, followed by the deployment repository service pod name, colon, and then the location it's to be copied to, which is /opt/bmc/bmc-repo. We will now go inside the pod and verify the file is there. kubectl-n namespace exec-it pod name and then bash, cd into the opt/bmc-bmc-repo directory, do an ls, and we can see that the file is there. Exit from the pod. Run the command to list the running job for single solution import, kubectl-n namespace get job pipe grep single. We will now delete that job, kubectl-n namespace delete job single solution import job, and we will also uninstall the associated Helm chart for it. Helm uninstall single solution import -n namespace. That's now been uninstalled. Copied into a notepad the command which is taken from the Word document. These variables here need to be set appropriate to the environment, and we can pull most of these out from the deployment log. I'm in the logs directory for the deployment, and if we execute grep helm upgrade repo copy import deployment.log, we will get this particular line out. Let's copy that and I'll put it in my same notepad window. We can see here the values for the variables that need to be set for our helm install command. I'll just fill those out. Make sure to change the repository name to be the name of your file which is going to be imported. The job container tag is the last part of the image of the deployment repository service pod, and to get that, just check the deployment repository service pod name and do a describe on that pod pipe grep image, and it's the last part of the image string, which is this value here beginning with F. That's the value for the job container tag. The other remaining value to fill out is tenant name, which is actually the tenant ID. And to get that from the Helix portal, click on the icon top right, go to my profile, and here we can see the tenant ID, and it's this number here. We now execute the helm command. If you see this error, change the helm command to be helm upgrade -- install. That has now been deployed. We now get the single solution pod name, kubectl-n mk get pods pipe grep single. We can see here it's running, and we're going to tail the log of that pod, kubectl-n namespace logs -f pod name. We can see here it's executing, and we'll give it a few minutes to complete. A few minutes have gone by, and we can see here this last message at the bottom, single solution import successfully for the tenant and my custom KM. Let's just verify in the BHOM console repository page. So from the repository page in the console, click on the installation components tab. I'm just going to do a search for my KM. And there it is. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more videos and webinars.